In today's video, we're going to check out the OnePlus 13 accessories, or at least the original cases made by OnePlus for that device, for the OnePlus 13. We're also talking about the universal charger that they have that will work with the OnePlus 13 as well as other devices. Last but not least, we also have a couple of cases from Poetic that were sent to us specifically for the OnePlus 13. This is TK. Let's go ahead and check out some great accessories for the brand new OnePlus 13. Like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell icon so they're always notified to whenever we have new videos for you on the channel. So this is the OnePlus 13. This one is the blue color, as you can see, nice full leather, or basically vegan leather cover in the back. It does obviously have IP69, IP68 rating. There's a lot of information in there, but the biggest thing that I wanted to share with you guys today is some accessories, original accessories from OnePlus, as well as a couple of accessories made by Poetic Cases, again, for our OnePlus 13. We're going to start off first and foremost is with the original case that you guys have probably already seen. This one is the closest one to the blue color. It has a nice red ring around it, and it is very strong and very nice. And one of the biggest things that I like about it is it supports magnetic casing, meaning magnetic accessories list. One of these guys, like, you can actually use them, and then of course it adds more functionality to our device. It doesn't protrude on the camera. It actually is very nice and functional, and it's very, very good. So we're going to test this out in a second. You notice right there, the magnets are very strong, and they are positioned right over the wireless charging coils for the OnePlus 13. Original cases are made specifically for this, and it works absolutely fantastic. So on the device, if we put this on first, we're going to put it in. Again, closest color, black and blue, very nice. We have the OnePlus logo, the ring around the camera. Of course, an opening for the alert slider, as well as obviously the buttons here. But we also have a lanyard option in case you'd like to use that. All the ports on the bottom are open, of course, everything on the top. And this is a Moft case, or essentially a Moft kickstand. This one does not include a wallet as part of it. So I'm going to put it on, and of course it holds the device very, very strong and very nicely here. You can definitely see here the magnets are very strong. And what I like about this case, at least as an accessory, it has a nice built-in kickstand that you're able to use to prop your device. And of course I'm talking about positioning it in any position, either sideways or straight up, to be able to capture content or even just watch content on your device. If you want to go a little bit lower, you're able to basically drop it further down on the ground. And of course it holds the device very nicely, and it actually holds it very strongly. The magnets are very nice. So this case works great. And of course, for wireless charging, I also use other accessories like these. These are wireless charging capabilities here that provide us the ability of actually positioning our device. It has a nice little tilt function. This is an Anker Works base station, and it obviously allows us to actually charge our device. So let's go ahead and give it a second. I went ahead and powered it on. And as you can see here, it's Qi 2 compliant, and then this actually just works absolutely fantastic. Starts charging our device, no problem. So again, this is the original case directly from OnePlus. I feel like it does the best job, protects our device, and allows us to use the magnet functionality on our OnePlus 13. Now, the next case we're going to take a look at real quick is the Sandstone case. This is one of their, basically, I would say, their classic case. Again, brand new. Again, a classic case that OnePlus has been making for their devices for quite some time. And of course, let's get charging, because this also includes the magnets. You can see it a little bit more prominently here. Of course, let's go ahead and put it on here. It still holds the Anker Works speaker, the entire speaker with the magnet, and the accessory case, or the kickstand from Moft that we talked about here as well. This one provides us a slightly different look. It's not a blue case, so it's going to change the appearance a little bit. And you get the same experience overall. Clean material here, of course, the sandstone feel, very nice. The best grip that we can get on a case. Of course, volume rocker, power button covered, an opening for the alert slider. Of course, the microphones, the IR blaster on the top, as well as the ports on the bottom. Should not be any problem. And of course, for charging, just to be kind of on the safe side, let's go ahead and give it a second. Wireless charging, perfectly aligned. Again, original case from OnePlus, made for the OnePlus 13. I did have one very similar to this one, of course, on the OnePlus 13R that looks really, really nice, and that one's slightly different in shape. But between this and the Aramid case, I feel like the Aramid case is still my favorite, but I actually want to check out this guy. This is the bamboo case. Now, if you're familiar with OnePlus and you've been following them for quite some time, you know that the bamboo color, or the bamboo casing, even the bamboo material, hasn't been used on OnePlus devices for some years, but it used to be one of the original materials they used. And again, this one also offers us the charging capability, as it includes the magnets on the inside. But this is absolutely gorgeous. Wood feeling, wood material, slightly different case case from what we've seen with the other one. Let's go ahead and put our OnePlus 13. And what I mean by this is that the actual volume rocker and the power button are actually exposed. The case does cover the entire back. We have the OnePlus logo over in the center in the back. On the side, we have an opening directly for the alert slider, an opening entirely for the top part of the actual device, for everything in there, as well as on the bottom. So this is kind of somewhat similar of a bumper case, but it really provides the coverage that you'd expect for the device. It works really nice again with magnetic accessories, no issues at all. Let's go ahead and put it down there. It holds, the kickstand opens up very nicely, and again, let's go ahead and put it straight on the table. Be able to hold the device almost in any kind of position as long as it doesn't keel over. So like you can notice right there, it's positioned up. If I want to use it a little bit further down, oops. If I want to use it a little bit further down like this, sideways to be able to watch content, it's not going to have any problem. And of course, when we're done, it doesn't really add too much thickness to the device. It is a little bit of a thickness, but at this point, I'm actually using this as an accessory. Easily removed and easily added directly to our device, and it does not cover or protrude against, obviously, any of the cameras. Unfortunately, no wireless charging with this. It does, sorry, the magnets are very strong, but as you can imagine right there, using it with the wireless charging here, this is again the Qi 2 function, works absolutely fantastic. You can bring it down, set it up, put it in whichever way you want to put it, and of course, keep it running for those conference calls and connected via Bluetooth to the Anker work speaker. Now, before we switch over to the Poetic cases, I do want to share that I did pick up also the SuperVooc 100 watt dual port power adapter from OnePlus. The reason why I picked this up because this is actually a multifunctional adapter that reminds me of some of the earlier generations of SuperVooc chargers. It is capable of charging up to 100 watts, and it, as you notice right there, has two USB ports for a PC as well as actually for what PD and of course SuperVooc, multiple technologies. And it is a US charger that also allows us to actually have a very nice minimal design with the folding clips for the actual charging pins. And as you can see here, the design is very nice. Again, very minimalistic. It folds very nicely. A USB-A and a USB-C, and if you can see it right there, there's a little monitor here for a PC, because this actually supports power delivery as well as SuperVooc, which is something that we no longer have with the new chargers that we get from OnePlus. So this is kind of more of a universal charger. And they also do include a USB-C cable with that, normal OnePlus color, the red and white as we see here, even on the actual charger. And one of the reasons why I picked this up specifically, because not only does it support 100 watt max for SuperVooc, which means it'll charge our device at 100% capacity with the maximum capacity range. This OnePlus 13 actually supports 100 watts, and this is going to deliver that power. We have quick charge 30 watt max here, of course, as well as PD 65 watt max, which means we can actually use it to charge up our, obviously, if we're using it for a MacBook or anything, so it's going to work great. And also supporting PPS at 63 watt max. So it's a really nice multifunctional charger that can charge two things at the same time, your PC and your smartphone at their maximum capacity. Very good, and again, available directly on OnePlus's site. This one actually was the most functional one that I felt like would be working great for my OnePlus 13 as well as my MacBook. Now, the next couple of cases we're going to take a look at are from Poetic Cases. There's two of them here. We're looking here on the right side. This is the Poetic Revolution Black View, and that one's the one that has a nice cover for the actual cameras in the back. And of course, the Poetic Guardian one, that's going to be a black view, and of course, the clear option that we have with the magnetic charger. The right one does not have the magnetic ring, although the left one does, and it is see-through. So we're going to start off with this on the right side. First and foremost, it is a rugged case. You'll notice coverage for the volume rocker and the power button, an opening for the slider, opening for the top area, and of course on the bottom. There is a cover for the USB-C port on the bottom. There is a cover for the USB-C port on the bottom. You're able to separate the actual cover, or the display cover, which has nothing on it, so you can use your own screen protector, and of course put the device in here. They do provide us an accessory here that if you want to use their screen protector, it is not a glass protector, but they do provide us an option here, which is included in the box. You're able to remove directly the foam in here. There is a nice small adhesive area that goes right over the fingerprint sensor, and that allows us to use the fingerprint sensor without having a glass protector or the protector that fully adheres directly on the display. That piece will allow it to adhere directly for the fingerprint sensor and work. For us, it's pretty straightforward. We take it, we put the device directly in it, and this provides us a perfect fit, again, for all of the buttons that we have. And at this point, all we have to do is basically insert it and allow all the coverage on the sides to cover it entirely. And as you can see here, it fits perfectly, providing it that nice snug protection. And of course, it does raise the actual display off of the table so that it doesn't actually sit flat. Again, coverage for the USB-C port on the back that allows us to actually provide a little bit more protection, although we do have obviously IP69 rating here, so no issues with water. The one thing that's different about this case is we have a nice built-in kickstand, so we can actually put our device sideways or obviously standing, and it's going to work perfectly fine. But we also have actually a case cover, or actually a cover directly made for the camera lenses in the back. So the protection here is a little bit more ruggedized than what we usually get for most cases. So when you cover it on the back, this kind of goes flush, perfectly fine, great for the grip. And of course, no issues when you're holding the phone, using it. The power button, the volume rocker works great. Now, unfortunately, wireless charging is a little bit harder because it is a lot thicker, and we do have a kickstand that's going in here. So wired charging is going to be basically the best situation. So something like this SuperVooc charger is going to work perfectly for you guys. But other than that, it looks really good, provides us the protection. And if you do want to use their screen protector, that also is another option. And again, just if you notice right there, it aligns perfectly with the fingerprint sensor. The second case has a very similar mechanism in the way you take it out and put in the actual device. And once you have that on, you're pretty much ready to put the actual device in the case. Now this one does come with some plastic protections on both the outside and the inside to make sure that we have no dust and no issues with it. Same thing pretty much as we had before, volume rocker and power button on the side, nothing on the front. Again, access to the slider on the left, all the buttons, all the openings here in the back, as well as the IR blaster. Last but not least, on the bottom, we do have a cover for the USB-C port, bottom firing speaker, the additional microphones. Of course, everything is in there perfectly fine. Access to the USB-C port is perfectly great. And here you actually get to enjoy the color of your device, as well as the ability of using accessories similar to what we had before. So this one holds it very nicely. It actually becomes very good and very straightforward to use the way we want to use it. And of course, no surprise here, wireless charging works perfectly fine using the charger. And again, just set it up to whichever way you'd like to actually use it. Between all of the cases that we got a chance to check out today, of course, the bamboo case and of course the ruggedized see-through case that we get directly from Poetic provide us I would say the best experience or the best protection for our device while still enjoying our device and using, of course, magnetic accessories, as well as the best looking one, which I feel like is, again, a really massive throwback to the original OnePlus 1 and OnePlus 2 with original content of having bamboo back as a material that we can use. So I'm really excited to be able to see this. I'm excited the fact that it has magnetic connection. And of course, I want a little bit more ruggedized. Again, Poetic Case is, of course, one of the better options on the market. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think? Which one is your favorite? And do you have one of their multifunctional chargers? OnePlus used to actually include these in the US with their devices, which I really enjoyed. But at some point or another, they went away and we pretty much just get SuperVooc now in new chargers that come in the box. This one not only works with SuperVooc power delivery, as well as other technologies that makes this basically the maverick of chargers that should be in your backpack at all times. This is TK. Thank you very much to OnePlus for sending me the OnePlus 13. I hope you guys enjoyed the accessories. I'll see you in the next video.